Hey, Blind Impact listeners. Look, I have to know, how many of you have trouble sleeping? Mind racing all the time, just can't seem to get situated in bed just right. Covers will never become comfortable enough. Well, I've got a possible solution for you. Over at the May We Rest YouTube channel, they've got it all, giving you the chance to meditate on the Word of God each night and teaching you the Word of God. And if you should happen to get a good night's rest and sleep while you listen, well then, hey, we've won, right? So go head on over to YouTube at the May We Rest YouTube channel and check out and see what those guys over there are doing. It's absolutely been something that I have thoroughly enjoyed. It gives you an opportunity to be able to wind down. You get to become closer to the Lord, and it just gives you an opportunity just to shut the rest of the world out. So head on over to YouTube and check out the May We Rest YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Have you ever been so impacted by something that it leaves no doubt as to what helped shape you? Welcome to The Blind Impact, a podcast where we talk about and uncover those moments. Some funny, some sad, but it's not always tragic. I hope you'll stay for a while. Okay, hey Mike, are you on?
Yes.
Mike, is there anything that you'd like to share about yourself, who you are, some things you might have accomplished in life? Aside from your story, of course, but just a little bit of backstory about you.
All right. Um. So I would say, um, I'm about to be 35. Um. Got a kind of late start out to life. Um. From the hood, whatever. Got out the hood, and on the way to being a business owner.
Okay,
So it's kind of like 360, if you will.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. So
That's
what
just a
what
little
what was
bit.
your motivation to want to become a business owner?
I always wanted to become a business owner. I just never was serious about it,
Okay,
and a lot of distractions. Just worried about other stuff. Really wasn't too much. I always wanted it. I knew I can do it. I just never
okay,
did it, pursued it.
okay.
So
And so here you
yeah.
are. So do you have any idea about how far out you are from completing the dream of being a business owner?
I mean, I pretty much saved up all the money I need to start it.
Okay,
I just not rushing into it. I'm trying to make sure, cross my T's, dot my I's before I actually get it started.
sure,
So
sure, absolutely. I mean, I think entrepreneurship is really the way to go. You just definitely have to be a self starter, and you have to have that discipline because if not, there's not going to be anybody or anything to fall back on.
right, exactly.
For sure. Okay, Mike. So what's your story today?
Okay, so my story is I feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it. 'Cause I didn't
Okay.
have the best. Well, I take that back. I did have grandparents that raised me.
Okay.
They did a good job on their end. Um, so I grew up, me, my brother, and my sister. I'm the youngest. My brother currently in jail, in and out of jail. He in jail right now.
Okay.
Um, sister got 3 kids. My brother got one, I have none. Um, my mama was in the streets. They
Hmm.
knew that. They knew they daddy. I didn't. I never knew mine. So I pretty much kind of like I was like set up to fail. You know,
Okay.
that's how I felt. So I had every opportunity to do what I wasn't supposed to do, but I felt like seeing what my mama went through, it really prepared me to do different.
Mhm.
try to take another route.
Uh, so your mom, she was not able to take care of you and your siblings?
I mean, at one point when I was real young,
Okay.
and after that, it's just like kind of got caught up in the streets, to
Okay.
say the least. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay. I was just about to ask if you cared to elaborate on that, but I'll leave it there. So your grandparents, they took all y'all in, and
yeah.
they began raising you. About what age was that?
Um, I say it's really been all my life, really. But I
Okay.
remember at one point in time, we did stay in some apartment. I was real young though, but I
Mhm.
remember leaving that apartment for my grandparents to come pick me up, us up.
Okay.
So I was like real young. So I've been with them all my life, basically.
Okay. So what was it? What do you think it was about your mom being in the streets that really helps you to see that that's not the life that you wanted to be in?
Um, well, it showed me that the streets don't really love you.
Mm,
They don't really care about you. Like they tarnish the family, and it's like my papa was a good man. He passed last August.
yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, he was a good role model, pretty good role model. And my uncle was good role models too. My sister, my brothers.
Okay.
So pretty much I had good role models. You know, we just I had easy access to the streets too.
Mhm.
So it's just like which lane I could have took any lane.
Yeah.
So now when guys see me, they always say, "You did right. You did the right thing." You know, they kind of like I wouldn't say they doing bad, but they not like where they want to be in life. They
Okay.
not on track to where they want to be in life. So I feel like I did the right thing, even though I waited a little bit later in life to get serious. But better late than never.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely is. And I think that's never a reason to decide to do or to not do something, right? Because I think time is really just that, and none of us control it, but you just want to make the best of it, and you're starting now, so that's good. And I think that you just have to be able to make sure that you remain focused and continue to push forward in whatever endeavors you're choosing in this life.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, despite those circumstances. So when you say you see the guys, I'm assuming these are people that you grew up with, and
Yeah.
okay. So when you see them, that means that you're having to go back to that neighborhood, right?
Yeah. My granny, still stay over there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. 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 So I go over there and visit them when I
Oh,
can.
that's
And
good.
so my mama is staying with her currently. She doing way better than what she used to do.
Okay, that's good.
She had a couple of scares that scared
Mm,
her to get out the streets. So
okay.
that was good in a way.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I go over there from time to time.
okay, that's good. What's your grandma think about your the way you've turned out?
Oh, she love it. She love it. She called me for money every other week.
Oh, hey, that's okay. That's probably the least you could be doing, huh?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like getting raised by grandparents, even though you have parents, it just seems like they present an entirely different way of like living, and I think they kind of they display more of like a moral upstanding. And
right,
I'm not saying this is like all parents, but there's just something that a grandparent can teach you that almost seems like your parent like can't or doesn't.
right.
But I
That's
think
true.
yeah, and I don't know if it's just because like they've come about their wisdom, just through age, which is probably the case because maybe when they were somebody's parent, they probably couldn't, teach the things that they're teaching their grandkids. So I think it just really kind of just boils down to just to wisdom, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well,
So I mean, that's pretty much like in a nutshell.
hmm
I know I ain't going into too much detail, but I'm kind of like a introvert a little bit. So
sure, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But what can you share about how your mom being out there, like how did that make you feel growing up?
uh, unloved, you know,
Mm,
like why me? And
mm,
then no information on my father, like nothing.
mhm,
Looking at my brother and my sister, they at least knew of their parents, both
mhm.
parents. Then it's like I don't even know if I got siblings or not on that side, you know?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I mean, it felt like it was a bad feeling.
Mhm,
Go to school, people got their mom and dad there and stuff like that.
yeah,
Just like dang,
mhm,
you know, just like it's just a crazy feeling.
yeah,
But as I got older, it's just like couldn't help it once it happened. So
yeah. Well, did
yeah,
you? So, outside of feeling like alone, did you feel like did you feel any anger? Like, did you have any resentment towards your mom?
yeah, a little bit. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie, a little bit.
yeah.
Cause
I mean,
cause I couldn't
certainly.
at one point in time I couldn't understand like why wouldn't you, why can't you?
Mhm,
And as I got older and older, I just it's not it's not that the fact that she don't want to, it's the it's the drugs, you know?
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why I pretty much never sold like drugs. Cause I was just like,
really.
it's just like, okay. In one light, I didn't want to see my mama on them. Then another thing, it's just like, why would I do that if I seen what it did to my family? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So that really made me go the other way in life. That right there, that main part right there.
Yeah. I mean, that was a
Even
good
though I had
decision.
every opportunity to do it though, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't.
Yes, and that's what matters, and that was the best decision because, you know, like you say, you don't want to keep feeding the machine, as they say. I mean, there's enough people out there doing
Right. Yep.
that.
Exactly.
Enough, enough people. So what? So you've already told me how it's changed you individually, and you've made the changes and kind of getting yourself out there to be your own man, which is really amazing. But do you think that if you ever came to know who your dad is, do you feel like you want to have a relationship with him now that this time has passed?
Um, I can't say yay or nay because I don't know the circumstances.
Sure.
He might not even know. You know,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the circumstances, so it would probably just depend on that, really. But then again, I mean, I don't need. I feel like I don't need nobody. You know,
Mm.
so yeah,
So you developed that attitude.
yeah.
Why do you think it's because of do you feel like people would abandon you if you did decide you needed somebody?
Not necessarily. Um, it's just I felt like I didn't like to ask for things.
Okay.
All right, so I'll give you a little story. All right, so I think like freshman year, maybe
Mhm.
freshman year of high school. Um, so my auntie, my granny's sister,
Mhm.
she used to buy me shoes and stuff like elementary and middle school, clothes and stuff. She did a lot of stuff for me. I'm her favorite. So anyway, it was one year. I think I was my freshman year or sophomore year. I can't remember. Um, we was going to go school shopping. It was the beginning of school, and so my granny, we was driving. And my granny was like, "We not buying those $high Jordans no more this year like you want." And in my mind, I'm like, "You're not even buying them." You know what I'm saying? It's my auntie buying the stuff. So anyway, she took me to Payless, my granny. So I was just like, I mean, I should have been grateful still, but eh, so I ended up getting a pair of shoes from Payless.
Mhm.
So and I know they're not, you know, durable like that Payless shoes. So, and then I like to joke on people. So it's just like I felt like I became a joke, you know. So after
Mm.
that, yeah. So after that, I never asked them for nothing else. From 14 on to now,
Wow.
I yeah, I did stuff on my own, made my own money, selling candy and you know military and just anyway I can get my hand on some money basically. Yeah,
Okay.
so I developed that then
Hmm.
like I don't want to ask nobody for nothing.
That's so interesting. I mean, at 14, and you decide to make the decision based upon you getting shoes from Payless. And
Yeah,
I feel like if we were to kind of dig a little bit deeper about what the shoes from Payless meant to you, I feel like there'd be a little bit more that we could expose, because that's a heck of a decision to make just based on that soul situation.
yeah. I was just used to okay, uh, go pick out some shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To the point I'm forced to get what you want me to get,
Mhm.
and I'm knowing these shoes not gonna last through the school year.
Mhm.
And then again, it's just like where we come from is just like payless. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was all that wrapped up in that. So I was just like, nah,
Yeah. Yeah. You
y'all ain't got
wanted
to worry about nothing else.
to
I got it from here.
be. Yeah. Yeah. You wanted to be able to, I guess maybe like be proud of something, even though it was just a material thing, but
Right.
you were, yeah. I get that, and I'm super familiar with Payless shoe stores. I can definitely say that that was a place that did very best to avoid at all times.
Exactly.
So yeah, I understand. But I mean, to be honest, and you're obviously not a girl, but they did have some cute sandals there back in the day. Like they had those really cool jelly sandals,
I
and
mean, I
yeah,
did like the Ninja Turtle shoes,
yeah,
and they had the light up shoes, but that's elementary, like early
right,
90s.
right, yeah, yeah. Not high school,
Nah, not the high school I went to.
huh? Wow. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's definitely a propelling moment. So you became a man at 14, basically. You were selling candy, entrepreneurial spirit, and you said you went to the military?
Yeah, I went to the military right after high school.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I tried to get into college,
Hmm.
and I didn't know how to. Nobody really showed me how to, and I wasn't into like great, like the academic part of school. I played
Okay.
sports,
Okay.
but my coaches would, basically come up to the classroom. I didn't even have to go to class. They would just come up, have a little talk with the teacher, and I pass every class like that. So I really wasn't even into the academics part,
Hmm.
not knowing that I needed that.
Yes.
So once it was time for me to go to college, my scores wasn't good enough.
Hmm.
Um, I went to enroll. I didn't know how to enroll. I asked my grandparents, like, y'all got college money? They was like, pretty much. They were like, nah.
Mhm.
So then I just went to the military, and no, matter of fact, I got in school for a whole week, and then the last day of that week, financial aid people came to grab me from class,
Mhm.
and they was just like, "You got to pay this or you got to go." That's how I
Mhm.
ended up going to the military because they had a like a sign-on bonus, and they
Okay.
paid for school. So I was like, "All right, that's the route I need to go, just to get my education."
Mhm.
Yeah, so I did 7 years in the military.
Okay.
Um, I would have made it a career, but I had a little hiccup that I didn't like, so I
Okay.
left.
Yeah, I mean, life is definitely full of those hiccups. So, do you
Yep.
do you care to let us know what branch you're in?
Just National Guard, Army National Guard.
Okay, okay. I mean, well,
Yeah.
let's say it with some pride, okay? You don't have
I mean,
to.
if the Army guys hear this, they'll be like, "Oh, it's just like a little inside thing."
Oh yeah,
So if
I
they
know
hear it,
all
they'll be
about
like,
it.
"Oh yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
yeah." So
yeah. It is. It is a rivalry at its best between all those branches.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, 7 years is awesome. I'm sure that that taught you a little bit more.
oh yeah,
Beyond what you learned out there.
oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely, definitely. And
Mm-mm.
it kind of helped me, mold me a little bit more.
Right. Right. So I do have to ask though, do you feel like being around all of those men, because like you have like your staff sergeant, I guess, and I'm not really sure of like the terminology as far as like ranks go, but you have all these men, and most of them are probably 20 years older than you, 30 years older than you are at the time of enlistment. Did it make you feel like appreciative of being around them, or was it just like, oh, it's just somebody else telling me what to do?
Um, well, my experience didn't go like that
Okay.
because when I got in, I was more like how can I put this? I was being myself, even
Mhm.
though they want you to shape up to be like what they want you to be or whatever. I
Mhm.
was being myself, and people gravitated toward that. So it's like, oh, that's Dean. Yeah, he this da 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 da. It's not like, how can I explain this? It's not like I was the regular army guy. I was
Okay.
more like the cat from the hood that's in the army.
Mm.
So yeah.
Mm.
And then when I came in, it was like a group of us, and I started together. And we was all around the same age, so we stuck together pretty much.
Mhm.
Um, it was females too, everywhere I went, from my basic on to AIT to my military career. It was females around, so it wasn't just all dudes in my camp.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's so interesting that you go you go in as a nonconformist to an institution that is exactly the requirement is to conform. That is
Yeah,
wild. That is wild.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
But
they knew what it was.
do you regret do you regret exhibiting that type of behavior?
Oh no, I was number one in my MOS and everything.
No, what's that mean?
Okay, so MOS is pretty much like your job in the military.
Okay.
Yeah, and you
Mhm.
ranked, and the higher you rank, the higher you go in the military. So
Okay.
for National Guard, division was like, it's like your basic company, then you go to brigade, then you go to division.
Mhm.
So I ended up leaving them, the people I started out with, because I was ranked up like that, number one, and everything. PT school, that's physical training. MOS, it's like your job you get in with your trade you pick up.
Mhm.
So I was I was chilling. I mean, I already used to working out for playing football, so it's just like wasn't nothing too hard to me.
Right. I mean, well, it sounds like you definitely made some positives in joining the military.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I say once I got that bonus, I was so young
Mhm.
and I had a lot going on. Between that time, um, like for like entrepreneur, I was uh, buying cars and fixing them up and selling them, like side hustles and stuff. At that time, I was still young.
Yeah.
I got the bonus, and I saved. I did pretty good. Like maybe like the first 3 years of that,
Okay.
and then somewhere and somehow, I just ended up wilding out with the money. Yeah, I started. I guess it came. A lot of it was just coming and piling up. So I was just like, I was living too much.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
then once you got a lot of money, I mean, you might see this a lot in like with uh, what's one call them stars,
Mhm.
superstars, or people. But
Mhm.
once you got a lot of money, or I wouldn't even say a lot of money, but once you got some money and you lose it all, that definitely that's just gonna change you. It's gonna make you or break you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because then you get to see what's more important, and a lot of
yeah,
people worship a lot of people worship money.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people lose their lives over money, and
Oh yeah,
yeah. Definitely make a break. And if you're somebody who's got that like inside, then you can always go and earn that money back. And then
yeah,
times two.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you just have to just have the discipline enough to be able to do it, and the insight, and then just don't give up. Main thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Absolutely main thing. Main thing. So I hate that you felt like I'm not sure why I'm laughing here, but when you were talking about the not knowing how to enroll and then finding out that your grandparents didn't have a college fund for you, there was something in that moment that it seemed um like I know you say you're 34, almost 35, but it kind of took me back to what you would have been like, or maybe even felt like as like a 4-year-old boy, like you're hoping that something's there. And forgive me if I'm just overstepping and maybe saying the wrong things, but it just seems like you were probably looking for some sort of stability. And even with your grandparents, it's not your parents, but
Right.
you go to the at 14, you have the Payless situation. It was kind of like you faced another disappointment. And
Yeah, yeah. We
okay.
all felt it, me and my sister and my brother.
Yeah.
Like, damn, why it gotta be like that, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. But that's okay
yeah,
though. That's okay.
yeah. It's good. She doing way better now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's important. And hopefully, I don't know you and your mom's relationship obviously, but hopefully y'all are able to keep building it. And you can maybe sit down and have a talk with her, and let her know, if you haven't, let her know how you feel about things, and just kind of see where it can go from there.
Oh yeah, we had that conversation. I mean, it's like what's understood ain't gotta be explained, you know?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like when she was trying, every time she tried to do better, she'll tell me, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. She'll tell me. So she already knew how I felt, even though I
Mhm.
never said it.
Mhm.
She could tell because of my mannerisms and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
she knew.
Yeah.
So when she did it, I was probably like one of the first person she called to tell her like I'm through with it. I'm done. You know. So it was never no love loss. It's just because I understood
Right.
what's behind what's on with it. So yeah, she good. We good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
On to bigger and better things for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. What can I? So can I ask you one more question about the experience? But it's looking over all of everything that you've gone through from your dad to your mom dealing with what she was dealing with, and then having to live with your grandparents. Is there anything, or specifically, what about those situations would you have changed?
Um, what would I had change if I could change it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you could change it.
Oh, for sure. No drugs. My mama, I would make have her. We'll be staying with her.
Mm-hmm.
Have her raise us. Yeah. If I could change it,
Yeah.
that's the first thing to come to my mind.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, and it seems like a very obvious answer to that question because I would have said the same thing, you
Yeah.
know. I would have definitely said the same thing. Well, Mike, I appreciate you taking the time to come on here and to tell your story. But before we wrap it up, is there anything, any piece of advice, any additions to your story that you'd like to give?
uh, I mean, not at this time. I'll just tell
Hmm.
anybody. I know it sounds cliche, but I feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's nothing better than to be able to have an example. So by the point in time you do decide to have kids, and they'll already be set, ready to go, and you'll make sure that they're lined out. You'll make sure they know how to apply
Oh,
for college and have a college
yeah.
plan. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't mention. Let me just say that
Hmm.
I had two incidents with the
Okay,
children
okay.
that wasn't mine.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that made me very careful. And it's like
oh.
any red flags, I'm running. You know? Yeah, any red flag, I'm running. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that
okay.
yeah, that did that. That did that part for me.
Wow. Yes, it's tough out there.
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Wow. Well, that's good. That's a hard
Yeah,
lesson, but at least you learned it.
yeah.
Wow. My goodness. Goodness, goodness. Well, hey guys, this is
Okay. Yeah,
hey guys, this
my
has been the
bad.
Blind Impact. Today's guest is Mike, and Mike, once again, thank you for coming on. And also, before we go, I would like to know just generally, right? Just kind of just not specifics, but what area of entrepreneurship are you going into?
I'm gonna go into the transportation.
Okay, okay. That's a good one. A good one.
Yep. I'm
Good.
gonna start there.
Okay. That's good. Just make sure you start and finish.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Gotta finish what I start.
You have to finish what you start, absolutely. And be an example to somebody for sure.
Yep. Yep. Got my
Mhm.
nephew looking up to me.
Oh,
Who wanna?
see?
Yeah. 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 He already calling me. Hey, how you do this? So they let me know I'm doing something right.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are. Definitely are. But I hope what like how wow. How old is he? Roughly.
My nephew just graduated, and I got another nephew that's about to be a junior.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, he's graduated. Hopefully, he's got college plans, and then the junior. It's not too late to get him going. Hopefully, his parents are involved in that too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you can definitely weigh in as the uncle.
I know, right? I try. I try.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Absolutely. Okay, once again, hey guys, this has been the Blind Impact. Today's guest has been Mike. And Mike, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story. And remember, it's not always tragic. I'll talk to you soon, Mike.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Blind Impact listeners. Hey, I've been thinking, okay? We've been hanging out for a while now, and I definitely thank you for that. But I think it's time that we got interactive. And the best way I know how is to talk about food. So I want you to tell me, how do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Is it crust, no crust, 1, 2, or even 4 slices of bread with the peanut butter and jelly smashed between? Is it peanut butter first and then jelly? Or is it jelly and then peanut butter? Hey, I need to know, guys. So go ahead and write me in at theblindImpact@gmail.com. But I know that you guys already knew that, so I don't know why I'm telling you. But go ahead and write in your steps to making your most favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich at theblindImpact@gmail.com, guys. I need to know. This question has been brought to you by a random thought. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of The Blind Impact. If you like the show, please rate, subscribe, review, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. If you have a story you'd like to tell, please email me at theblindImpact@gmail.com. Or if you have a story you'd like to have read here by me, please include those details in the email or the voice message. Thank y'all, and remember, it's not always tragic.